Is it still worth it to stack low premium, collectible, government silver bullion? Let's talk about it.
StackingKat.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the StackingKat channel, where I talk all things silver with a little bit of gold, and thank you all for watching. If you could please subscribe, smash that like button, and share this video, then that would be awesome. So I have out in front of me a bunch of different low premium, government issued silver coins put out by many different nations and a few different mints, and that's what I want to get into right now. Basically try to determine if these are still worth stacking. Are they still good to stack given many different factors such as the premiums, their potential, their desirability, their utility, who mints them, just a lot of different factors to take in. Now, as you can see, I've bought in quite a few of these. I've done quite a few unboxing videos as well regarding them. And so it is going to be a little bit different of an argument I'm going to make, because I don't think they're that great for stacking any longer. Now, if I would have said this back in February or March, I would have said they were great to stack. And the reason why is due to their premiums. The premiums on these have gone through the roof. They've really skyrocketed, like many premiums have here in the silver stacking world, not just American Silver Eagles and Silver Maple Leaves, but these have as well. These lower premium government silver bullion coins, which at one time had premiums usually on the level of generic rounds or close to it, have now seen them spike up to the level of the Eagles, the Maples, Britannias, the Philharmonics, whatever it may be, the Kangaroos, the Krugerrands, some of the more desirable, more popular bullion coins that these different countries put out. And so that is right now, I think, the biggest factor. It's that now versus then. I mean, what were you paying before versus what you are paying now? And I really think that is going to have a lot to do with if you should be stacking these types of silver coins. You know, stacking is a long-term investment or a long-term insurance against things like inflation. It's a way to save your money. And you always want to be able to get the biggest return on your investment as possible. And I'm just not finding that in these any longer. So a lot of them before, a lot of the potential that these had to do with the ability to flip them or sell them. And some of these series, and these all are beautiful looking coins, you know, I have no complaint there. And that's one of the reasons why I was stacking these for a long time. It was not just the lower premium, the low cost, it was the affordability factor. It was the fact that they were just beautiful coins. You know, so some of these series were really popular for a long time, such as the Eastern Caribbean 8. Here's the Granada 2018. So the EC8s came out in 2018, and they've just released their third edition of the series, the 2020s. As you can see, they all have this same obverse on them. Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. And these used to always be relatively cheap. You know, you could stack this whole series a lot cheaper than you could, let's say, the Perth Mints Black Flag series, or also by Perth, the Dragon series. You know, you also have other series like the Kookaburra, the Koala, the Pandas, and even like the new Shipwreck series that the Royal Australian Mint has put out, like the Batavia, the Zeitdorp is coming out, and a lot of the Comsco stuff as well, the Chiwus, the Tiger series. A lot of those have really held up their potential on the secondary market. You could still, if you want to buy a roll of them, you could still flip them for a good amount of money, a nice little profit, but you're not finding those in these any longer. And that is one of the big issues, I think, that I have at least. If I'm going to stack these long term and I'm going to be paying a premium that's relative to a Maple Leaf or something like that, I'd just rather stack a generic round like a Buffalo, an Aztec calendar. You know, there's many of those out there, some of the vintage rounds. You know, you could find like the trade unit rounds from the 70s. You have the Englehards from the 80s. And I know some of those carry a premium, but not always. So I'd rather kind of move towards that and sacrifice the beauty of the coin. Just the potential of the silver is the main thing. Here's another one of those EC8s, the Dominica. And I haven't completed any of these series yet. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with when premiums shot up. It just was not in my purview to buy these. So as you can see, they all have that same obverse with the queen there in the center. And that's a series that's really, I think, lost some value, lost some steam. Now, buying one of them or two or whatever it is, I still see no problem in that, just to get them. And I like to mix it up a little bit just to see the different designs, because there's a lot of nice designs out there. Like, here's this, the Leopard series from Ghana. Really a nice looking coin. And another one from that issue, the 2017. So beautiful coins. I really enjoy the subject matter on a lot of them. And that's where I kind of fall into that desirability factor. Now, a lot of them are also low mintage. Most of these have a mintage of under 25,000. That's where you'll usually find it. And sometimes you'll see the mintage down to the 5 to 10,000 range. Sometimes you'll see it like to the 30 to 50,000 as well. And now I want to get into the ubiquitousness of them. There is just a lot of them out there. There is an abundance of these type of silver coins from these various countries. Out there, you have a lot of the countries in Africa. You have some in the South Pacific, in the Caribbean, in parts of Europe. Just a high amount of different designs or styles that you could choose from. Now, they're not all minted by these countries. The Scottsdale Mint puts out a lot of these coins. For example, let's see here. I know some of these are Scottsdale. I believe like the Cayman Islands, the Marlin. You know, this is a beautiful coin. A lot going on. You know, it has the field with the water and the splashing, the waves, and the Marlin jumping through. It's a really nice coin. And this is a design that they've stuck with over the years. And now Scottsdale makes those. Scottsdale put out the EC8. And they make a few of the other ones that I have out here as well. I believe the Congo Silverback they also do, which is another popular coin series. Here's the 2020, of course. So some of them have kept the same theme. They've just changed the design a little bit. But they're just not as valuable as they could have been. The potential just really isn't there anymore. A lot of people are kind of tightening the screws with what they're stacking. They're going more to the 90%, the constitutional stuff, the old silver dollars, the Morgans and the peace dollars. Like I said earlier, they're going to the generic rounds. They're also going to the eagles and the maples and the Britannias and the kangaroos and all those more common silver bullion coins that are out there that are put out by the biggest mints in the world. The US Mint, the Royal Canadian Mint, the Royal Mint in Great Britain, the Perth Mint. So these mints are well respected, they're well known. They give people that little extra assurance. You don't always find that with these rounds out there. And that brings me to another big issue that those other coins and rounds do not have. And that is the utility and liquidity of these. There really is no utility in these at all. And what I mean by that is if you go to sell these back, like let's say you're in a pinch, your water heater goes out, you need a new transmission in your car, you know, especially now with the way the economy is going, you might owe rent, insurance, you know, even food on the table, cable bill, I don't know, whatever it may be. There are a lot of different issues out there. And sometimes you might have to sell your silver. Now, that's something that you don't always want to do. It's a long-term investment, but sometimes it happens. And there's just really no utility in these, which leads to their liquidity. If you go and try to sell these, a lot of coin shops will probably buy them back from you for a little bit under spot. That's not always what you want. In the past, I'm sure it could have been the same way. Maybe they would have paid up to spot, but right now they're looking for that coin that everybody wants. You know, they're having their own type of issues with supply. The demand is there. And so the demand is just there for the more reputable coins. That's just the case. And so if you go to a coin shop to purchase these, not necessarily sell them, but to purchase them, you might find them for a really good price. Maybe they are being sold with all the other generic rounds. You know, I bought a few just recently in my coin shop that were in the same area as the rounds and paid the same price or the same premium for them. But if you're buying them from the online guys, you're going to be paying that higher premium. And unfortunately, if you want to buy these, a lot of them you could only find online. Not many coin shops have these. You know, coin shops usually stock the more popular stuff. You know, they'll have a monster box of eagles or maples on hand, and that's what they want to distribute because they know that's what people are going to be coming in there to purchase. So they don't always stock these types of silver coins, so they have to rely on people going and selling it back to them. And they're not going to want to pay that high price to purchase them because they know they probably can't resell it for that much. So if you're buying these, I would definitely recommend you buy them from a coin shop, maybe even a coin show. However, there's a big possibility that they won't even have them in stock at all. So you might be relegated to the online bullion sites and you're going to be paying that higher premium. You know, but like I said, there's a lot of beautiful, really nice coins, and that takes me to one right here, like the two dragons, which is actually minted by the Royal Mint of Great Britain. So you wonder why I would put that out here. That's not like your run-of-the-mill mint. Highly respected and reputable across the globe. But they have a few of these types of series out there that have those real high premiums now. When they first released them, the premiums weren't all that high. Now they're getting higher and higher, and there's really just no secondary market for this kind of stuff. It's almost seen as a dime a dozen. You know, like I said, it doesn't have like that Queen Anne's Revenge or that Royal Fortune appeal to it. You know, something that everybody was after, really anticipated. A lot of these just don't have that factor, don't have that level associated with them. So when you go to buy them, or when you go, you're going to be paying that higher price. And when you go to sell them, you're probably not going to be getting much back, or at least not as much back as you once would. So I'm probably going to continue to look out for these. You know, that's something that is kind of difficult. In the past, I'd always look forward to whatever new coin was released, and I knew I'd be getting a good price on it. And I'd order a couple of them, do an unboxing, and show you guys, and kind of do a coin review and go over what I thought of them. Now I'm just kind of focusing my attention, if I am going to buy these, a little bit differently. You know, maybe the more desirable ones. And so like I've steered clear, for example, of the new EC8s. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know. For now, I just don't see anything with the premiums changing. So these are going to remain a little higher priced than some of the generic rounds. So my suggestion would be, if you're going to go that route and you don't want to pay the premium for some of the silver coins out there, go with the generic rounds. It just might be the better buy right now. All right, so I'm really interested to hear what you guys all have to say and think about this. Are you still going with these types of silver coins? Have you moved on from them? I'd love to read that in the comments below. And I think that's going to wrap it up then for this video. And if you'd like to see similar videos about silver with a little bit of gold, then please subscribe and push that notification bell, smash that like button, and leave a comment. And until next time, this is the Stacking Cat.